from rusty back door action for a while because it's nearly done and I'm just got to get some primer and stuff, do a bit more on that. So I'm going to jump to the doors, the gaps. Now the build quality of these cars was pretty dodgy back into the 80s. I've shown you these before, I think, these door gaps. Let me just zoom in there with me best going out new old camera. Look at that, times 30 zoomage on this bugger. Let's get down there and going further, look at that. So that gap there is just over 10mm. Now my fingers ain't small, look, and I can get this one in there, see? Look at that, in that gap. Just how big the gaps are on this door, which is pretty shit. So I ordered some material from China to might make that gap a little bit smaller. So I had some good news. I thought that was going to take like a month to come, but they only took about a week and a half. And I got a package from an online store, and I got me metal. So this here, a bit better than what I was expecting actually. It's actually like machined bits of steel, like 200 long by 5mm by 2 and a little bit mil, something like that. But it's proper posh, it's sharp as. So probably a little bit too good for what I'm going to use it for, but by the time it's on there, who gives the monkeys, it will reduce the gap load, so that'll be acceptable by the time I've got that welded on there. And then once I have welded it on, because if I left it like that, and it did shut your fingers in the door, it would cut the bleeding things off. So I'll round it all off afterwards and make it all finger friendly. Well, as finger friendly as a little gap will be anyway. So that's handy, so I might try and put some of them on. But firstly, I was going to take some of the doors apart. Now, because I've got a memory about as good as a goldfish, I have to put everything in bags and mark everything up. So I've got these, this is what I use. So these here are like resealable bags with a little thing right on the front. Now I found these in the kitchen, and the funny thing is, every time I steal them out of the kitchen, and I think there's none left, I go back and there's some more in there. I don't know how they come from, I think, but it's good. They're bloody handy, yeah. So every time I take something apart, I chuck them in there and label it up. This door trim here, it's just we go around there. So that window trim there, this one. To get these off, I've already got this one off. I cheated, did it before, but you've got to be quite careful. You don't want to be attacking it with a screwdriver because you'll make the right haw's drawers of it. So I've got these little plastic hooks and levers and things that you can get from most car places. So you can smash that and it won't damage your trim. So I just pretty much put that underneath and give it a few smacks and off she came. I should do it with the front one as well. But I've also done it with this back gutter trim. So I've already got that one off, and it has made this a bit buggered, so they're not going to last forever because it's plastic, but I'd rather buy another one of these than have to buy a bit of that trim, because I just imagine that's rare as rock and all shit. But all I've done with that is stick it under there, and there's a little tiny lip, and give it a flick, and then off it pops. Do it all the way down, and then my trim is all in one bit, like that, not bent and kinked. But anyway, you get the idea, it's coming off. Put that to one side, it's all off. Come off, you bastard. Like that. Anyway, I'll get the rest of it off in a minute, but it's not kinked or bent like it would normally if you use a screwdriver. And then I shall label that up and chuck it over in my shelves as well. So I know where all my shit goes. So there you go, that's that one off. And it's all still nice and straight, which is very nice. What I need to do is put a bit of masking tape on it. I mean, it's pretty obvious where it goes, but who knows when I'll get back to this. Put a bit of masking tape on there, and I'll just write on it, front right hand gutter trim. And then, even with a goldfish memory, I'll know where to put it back. Yeah. So I'm just going to knock this one off, because I want to be able to weld up around here and grind a bit more of this paint off. So just a nice little tap home and then come off. Probably have to take the bloody mirror off first, alright, or can I pull it out? Pull it out, there you go. There's that way out. Rubber is absolutely poked, it's brittle as, look. It just crumbles. So hopefully I can get some new rubbers from Rimmer Brothers. But they just poke in by looks of things. Another bit of trim, and I better write on that as well, otherwise I will bleeding forget. So I'm just looking at these bits of metal, and they're quite hard. So I don't want to try and bend it because it'll probably just snap. So what I'm going to do is get my trusty blow lamp, and I'm going to heat it up cherry red and anneal it, which will soften it, and then I'll be able to bend it around a bit. So I'll give that a little bit of a, just see if it gets it softer. I don't know what they were, maybe they were blades or something, but they're bloody hard. So for this all I've got to do is heat it up cherry red and then just let it cool down gradually without quenching it, and it should go soft. Need more horsepower on the blow lamp. Maybe I should make myself a forge. I don't know. Remember not to pick it up because it's bleeding hot. I'll just do this in because I missed that because it was in the grips, wasn't it, in the pliers. Hallelujah. Right. I'll let it cool down, and while it's cooling down, I'll have a cup of tea. So I've softened that little bit up. I'm just going to see if I can tack it in place, and then bend it into shape to see what they go like. Might be total crap, or it might be good. Thing over there it is. Hopefully you can see this. I can't really touch it, but you know. I'm just going to tack this in place, I think. Someone's put mole grips in the way. What wanker? Might have been me. Let's get that up there. Right, it's too hot, let's give it a little tip. I'll take that before I put the mould grips on. Very delicate operation this year. I might come in this way. Might be better. We is getting there. Twist that one a bit. There. Slide up. what I'll do is I'll get a bit more done and then I'll give it a clean off and then see what it's like. So I've just tacked that bit in the top there and just grind it up a little bit. But that gap there now is much nicer than that one. I think you'll agree. Once it's all welded all the way down, I've rounded it off as well because it was very sharp. But that's, yeah, I think that looks a lot better than that. That or that. Me likes this. And then once I've got it close, I can yeah, get it even all the way down because it's a little bit narrow at the top, but it's pretty good so far. So there's a proper close-up of that gap. Much more acceptable. Not acceptable. Acceptable. Not acceptable. So once that's all done all the way down and it's welded all the way, just a little tiny bit of filler on there and it should be golden. But yeah, it's got to look a lot better than that dog shit, isn't it?